back again. This is probably the third time I've said I'm back from a break. I apologise. I don't really. I had exams that I didn't revise for. I don't know what I did. It's a bit of a fever dream, but I'm back. And we're just going to do some random stuff because I've got nothing better to do with my life. I'm going to talk about the book I'm currently reading, which is I Gave In to the Booktop Hype. I'm this far through and I hate it. Tell me in the world where people hype this book up. Please, someone. I'll wait. How many of you actually thought this was good? I understand I'm only on chapter 9. I understand that, but this is giving me secondhand embarrassment and it's fictional. So, I'm going to do some reading and you can watch me read. But before I do that, I've got to show you something. I went to this like new bookshop that is in the place I am at the moment, and I went in there and it's called the Little Green Bookshop, and I bought 3 books. I got this one, which is Our Wives Under the Sea. It looked pretty cool, and all of the like comments on the back sound really interesting. And I shall tell you the blurb. Mary thinks she has got her wife back when Leah finally returns after a deep-sea mission that ended in catastrophe. It soon becomes clear, though, that Leah may have come back wrong. Whatever happened in that vessel, whatever it was, they were supposed to be studying before they were stranded on the ocean floor. Leah has carried part of it with her onto dry land and into their home. To have the woman she loves back should mean a return to normal life, but Mary can feel Leah slipping from her grasp. Memories of what they had before, the jokes they shared, the films they watched, all the small things that made Leah hers, only remind Mary of what she stands to lose. Living in the same space but suddenly separate, Mary comes to realise that the life that they'd had might be gone. It's a debut novel for the author of Salt Slow. I don't know what book that is, but I'll Google it. The story of falling in love, loss, grief, and what life is in the deep, deep sea. So, it looks interesting, and I have never read a book by Sarah Waters before, so I thought I'd give a new author a try, because authors in it. I picked up The Perks of Being a Wallflower. This is like everywhere on social media, and I saw it and was just like, I'm gonna buy it now. So that's what I did. I can't read the blurb. Something about this text I just can't read, but I have no clue what it's about. But I'm excited to read it because a lot of people said it's good, and my friends in real life have been like raging about it for weeks. So I thought I'd give it a go. And then finally I picked up The Picture of Dorian Gray because it was in its like paperback, like cute paperback. I wanted to read a classic because I have a few on my shelf. I haven't read any of them, so I thought I'd get this one because it's supposed to be confusing. Some of the reviews I read on it were like, I forgot how to read English after the first paragraph in this book. Other people said it was like a masterpiece of work, and I've never read a book by Oscar Wilde, so time to give that a try. I love the lady who runs it, she's so sweet, but I'm gonna read. So I'm going to ballet, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll be back. I'll probably wash my hair because it's like 4 days since I washed it, so yeah. Okay, it is day 2 of reading Ends With Us. I'm about halfway through. I am on the first page of chapter 13, and apparently this is where there's a plot twist. I don't really know, I just got told to watch out for chapter 13, so I'm going to read it, and I'll give you a reaction once I finish the chapter. I forgot to update, but I am on chapter 17 now, and what number was it? 13? That made me highly uncomfortable. Anyway, this backstory bit about the last letter is insane. I will not spoil it, I will not spoil it, I will not spoil it. This is going to be spoiler free, hopefully. You start to think there's a line between writing about something in enough context and making it appropriate, and then there's this line, and then there's romanticising it, and oh, it's okay to write about this stuff. Here's the line, here is Colleen Hoover. This close. This close. It is 2:30. I am this far through the book. I am over halfway now. I'm conflicted about this book. A lot. Like, a lot. But I'm going to finish it. I have work at 4, so I have to leave at like 3:40. But it is 2:30, so I'm going to power through this. Power through. This book is going so quickly now. This is an update on where I am. How has, like, I don't know, 6 months passed in the last 3-4 chapters? Also, what was that fight? And why is it glazed over so quickly? But I love Alyssa. And I love the apartment. But I'm like, you're happy and in love and married. You're happy and in love and married. What's this? Why is this here? You're happy and in love and married. What is this? Why is there still like 100 pages to go? What is this? Anyways, I'm going to carry on reading because I don't have much time before my work starts. I've got 40 minutes, so I'm going to try and read as much as this as possible, and I will give you an update once I get to, I don't know, something important. So I just got back from work. It is currently like 7 o'clock, and I read like 20 more pages. I got kind of like bored after I finished doing the time lapse. I didn't read much, but I've got that much left, so I'm going to power through and finish this last section, but I will have dinner in between, so I won't like finish straight away. But then I will finish this and do a review, and hopefully that'll be done by the end of tonight, because I don't want to film this again tomorrow, because I want to take a different book with me, because I've got too many to read. So at the moment I am reading her most recent letter to Ellen, the one that she updates her life at that present time, and I take back everything I said about Colleen Hoover and the way she talks about abuse, because the way she's putting it in this book, in this letter, is stunning, and I appreciate that she's doing it, because I think that it brings up genuine ideals that people need to start thinking about more, because it's such a real problem in the real world. So I think that she's dealing with it really well, but it was just in the beginning, it was kind of like, because you don't see it in many books where they make it like real life issue, and they kind of like, oh my god, you know, and like makes it like sexualized. And the way that she's depicting it in this letter specifically is like really good for a fictional book, and kind of makes me kind of upset. Like, I haven't cried yet, which is mad, because people told me that you'd cry when I've got this much left, so I hope that it doesn't make me cry, because I can't do that today. But like, everyone said it makes them cry, and I'm like, I'm not crying yet, so I'm winning. Anyway, I will update you when I find something important to say. Okay, so I have this much left. I nearly cried once the last chapter, but apart from that I haven't cried at all. I'm on chapter 31 now, so I will update you when I probably finish by the time I do another update, because I keep forgetting. I have finally finished! Woo! That is a celebration worth celebrating, because that is the quickest I've read a book this month. I've now read 2. That was a really good book. I went into it going, I'm gonna hate this, because my friends who have very similar reading styles to me hated it and were like, it's cringy and everything. it was cringy, it definitely was, but it did bring genuine ideas to the front, and especially the things I've seen online about people being like mean and saying stuff like she romanticizes it. She doesn't. If you read her author's note, it like explains fully why she wrote this story, and I think it's such a powerful message to write through a book. So for the maturity of the way it's written, it's a 5 stars, but overall I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5 because I'm redoing my whole star rating system because I kept giving 4 as my normal, which is supposed to be like it was a brilliant book, obviously 5 being perfection. So this is getting a 3.5, so it's near a brilliant book. I just think that it's not my personal like favourite genre, but I definitely will read more by Colleen Hoover. Because I liked her writing style, I liked how like poetic it was. I just hated some of the characters' names and the way like babies were named after their siblings and stuff. It's like, please stop. This is getting embarrassing now. Okay, so that is going to wrap it up for today's video. It was a weird video, but I needed to upload, and I thought doing a bit of a reading vlog of It Ends With Us would be a good idea. And it took me overall, I'd say 7 days to finish it, because I did 5 days and like really slow reading, and then the last 2 days I've read over half of it really quickly, so it's taken me 7 days to finish the Colleen Hoover book, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm going to move on to my next book now, which I'm going to pick up my bookshelf. So, see you in the next video.